Non-conference play has officially wrapped up and the UNLV Rebels are ready for those Mountain West matchups. The playmakers are showing up and so have the fans. UNLV's last home game was a sellout. They met on the court with the always tough Hawaii. The Gray and Scarlet took over, and from the electric energy and the fan support from this game, it only makes sense that we hear from the team about how they're feeling heading into conference action. Welcome back to the Mountain West Network studio. I'm Karlie Drew, and today we are joined by quite possibly a dream of a middle blocker. So we have Miss Jordyn Freeman joining us today. Jordyn, how are you doing today?
Hi, so happy to be here. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great. No, it's so great to talk to you. You guys really have had an exciting start to this season. Getting things going, we can really see that chemistry on the court. How are you guys looking at this week, knowing that you're facing Mountain West teams, for the rest of the season?
I think a lot of this week is going to be mental for us. Obviously, we need to take care of our bodies, make sure we're sleeping, eating, hydrating, getting the treatment that we need. But most importantly, mentally, we have to be able to reset, change our mindset from preseason to conference play is the biggest thing. I'm sure everyone else in the Mountain West is doing it right now as well. So we are huge in our mental game. So we kind of want to take advantage of that, set us apart from some of the other teams.
Yeah, and Jordyn, you kind of are that dream middle blocker for UNLV. You've made some strides going from 1.53 kills per set last season to 2.12 kills per set currently. How have you personally gotten to grow as a player in this season for you?
Oh, a lot. I mean, I have really just leaned on my teammates. Trusted my teammates and trusted the process. It's hard. Like being able to compete at this level is hard. And I know no one can get on the camera and say they did it all by themselves. So being able to have my team there with me, have my setters trust me, and just know that I have the green light to just go for it. And my team will back me no matter what my stats look like is the biggest thing for me.
Exactly. And seeing you girls show up on the court, set after set, dig after dig, it feels like everybody on the court is working for that effort to just be that hard, challenging opponent. Where do you think that connection lies? What is that team chemistry like? And what has Coach Shoji done to ensure that you guys have that team chemistry, that bond that's unbreakable?
I mean, I think for us, we're a little bit of lucky ducks. We have huge team chemistry. We are really close. We're known for being really close, and we use that to our advantage, especially when we play opponents that kind of struggle in that area. So I think, Malia has done a great job of making sure that we stay consistent with that. Consistency is the biggest piece for us. And being willing to be consistent, because consistency doesn't just come. It's going to take everyone. We always say it takes all of us to win a match, not just the 6 people who are on the court. So kind of like that drive to compete, we understand that every challenge, no matter who our opponent is going to be the same challenge that we face. We can't play up or down. We have to continue to be consistent, be us, be UNLV, what we always say.
Yeah, and being UNLV, pretty easy, pretty fun to do when you have a crowd, fan support, that fan engagement. Take me back to that game against Hawaii and having a sellout crowd. What was that like? I know it was a challenging game going set for set, and just where was your mindset at during that game, that matchup, and knowing that you're going up against such a team that is seen in the NCAAs year after year?
Yes, it was huge. It was one of the biggest games ever in my career. I think it was a lot different for us. Although we were home, we had a lot of Hawaii fans up in there. So it was huge for us to be able to, flip that switch and understand that this is a huge game. And we have people cheering for us, people cheering for Hawaii, but at the end of the day, we had to focus on what was going on in that court. And I don't know. I mean, the game was so much fun. It was so exciting. I was in shock, I'm sure, for the first couple sets, blacked out just because all the energy. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, and it was definitely challenging in that way, in terms of the fans.
Yeah, and Jordyn, love seeing you making those game-winning plays. As you head into this week and just the rest of the season, what's your hope for UNLV volleyball? Where do you girls want to see yourselves, or where do you just want to see your team as you reach the end of the season?
I mean, I believe through and through that we are a tournament team. So on paper, that's where I'd like to see us, of course. Um, And I think, for me personally, and it's actually become sort of a team goal, we want to be able to walk away from every game and be like, you know what, we put everything out there. And it's hard to do, and it takes a lot of work to be able to say that after every game, sometimes even after every practice. So being able to leave it all out on the court continuously is something that if we can do, we're going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, Jordyn, well, thank you so much. So great to hear about what's uniting this UNLV volleyball team. I can hear the passion truly in your voice. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. That's UNLV's Jordyn Freeman. You can catch her and the Rebels back on the court Thursday, September 26th, right here on the Mountain West Network. The Rebels play the New Mexico Lobos at 6:30 Mountain Time. And don't forget to tune in to the Tuesday night block parties happening each week. You can stay up to date with the block party schedule right at the MW.com. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Karlie Drew.